Alright, so you want to learn Mei in Guilty Gear. Well, do I have the video for you. This one. The one you click to learn Mei from Guilty Gear. In this totally epic and informative guide from a reputable source such as me, we're going to teach you the ups and downs of Mei and how to use them efficiently. Enjoy! In order to get good at any character in Guilty Gear or really any fighting game, you're going to want to learn their moves. So, just like any other character in Guilty Gear, Mei has moves, so let's go look at hers. We're going to skip over her command normals because they aren't really that important, right? Anyways, the first move we have in the menu is Mr. Dolphin. This is probably Mei's best move, so abuse it whenever you can. Mr. Dolphin propels her forward with this input. Pro tip, whenever you use it, always use the slash button. I have no clue why you use the heavy slash button because of its slow startup, and it's kind of useless. I don't know why you'd want to be slower. I don't know. Also, if you charge this attack up instead of forward like this, you'll be able to propel Mei vertically, which is really good when paired with some of her command normals. We'll get into that later. Next on the menu is Overhead Kiss. Please do not use it. There's really no point. At that point, if you want to use Overhead Kiss, use the better one and just throw the enemy. Overhead Kiss is way harder to input compared to throw, and I'm pretty sure it's less damage, which is really bad. Tell me in the comments if you have any use for it, because I can't think of one. I think the only reason why I use it is for its really cool animation. Look at that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that. That's cool. After that is a really good mix-up, Arasagawa Sparkle, or as I like to call it, the Walrus Ball move. It's really good when you and your opponent are at really low health and you don't want to get close to each other, so you use this move to clear the range and get an easy win. I use this with so many Abbas, it's really funny. They're really bad at blocking that. I have no clue why. Next we have the Overdrives. These are all moves that every character has that requires tension. That little bar you see in the bottom of the gear, that hog thing, and you use this to make really high damaging attacks. Mei's Overdrives include the Great Yamada attack and the wonderful and dynamic Go. Cut the music. How do you say this word?
Go Shogawara.
Okay. The wonderful and dynamic Go Shogawara. The Great Yamada attack is only really good in really specific situations, such as opponents that are really prone to run into you, and that's really it. It's not that good. This is because it's very easy to block and it's slow time to reach its opponent, and it's really easy to grab out of like this, so it's not that good, don't use it. The wonderful and dynamic Go, I'm not going to do this bit again, yeah, that word. That move is really good. It's a really good overdrive for Mei. It's really good when it's paired with a up command normal because it launches them up and you can do the move and it does so much damage. It's also really good when you put your opponent into a wall break. So you can like follow up a combo with it, and it probably will win the game at that point. It does so much damage. Alright, good job. Now you successfully learned Mei's moveset. Give yourself a pat on the back or something. I'm not too sure. Go ahead and go into training mode if you feel like it. It's really up to you. If you want to go and learn command normals, go ahead. They're really easy to learn. It's just like a button and a joystick one way. There's no special like circle moves. It's not that hard. You can probably learn it on the fly with this next bit. But what we're going to do now is we're going to teach you how to actually use the moves in terms of how to make them effective. So before we do that, bear in mind I'm not the best Mei player in the world. I'm like floor 8 with something. So before you go and flame me down in the comments, remember that. So yes, let's do this thing. So the first thing I like to use whenever I'm in a fight looks a bit like this. All it really consists of is, holding down and pressing heavy slash and following it up with a Gogo Show, or whatever it's called. I don't know how to say it yet. It's really good for when you want to just deal quick damage if you have tension, and most of the time it could end up in a wall break as you saw, and that's really helpful for getting damage down. It's really good. It's only when you have tension, so if you don't have tension, here's a combo that you could use when you just want to get damage down. This one is also quite simple. You will need to use a Wild Assault, which is really just this. All it really does is once again propel you forward and do damage. You may be asking, why not use Mr. Dolphin? Well, that's because Mr. Dolphin has startups and recoveries that take longer compared to Wild Assault, which is really easy. Just combo in, do some heavy slashes and slashes, whatever, some punches, and yeah. However, with Wild Assaults, you are going to need at least half of your burst to even execute the move, so bear that in mind. Anyways, here's the next move. Okay, before we start the next move, I totally forgot while editing this to show the actual way to do Walled Assault. I'm so sorry, I just forgot that. So here's how to do it. Editor me, zoom into this. That's how you do a Walled Assault. It's really simple. Just do forward, semicircle. I don't know fighting game notation, and do your dust button, which mine is RB. So yeah, do that. Anyways, back to the video. Like the last one, it's also pretty simple. All it requires is starting with a Walled Assault, then holding down, which launches the opponent upward a bit with that command normal. Once they are high, follow that up with a vertical Mr. Dolphin. In some cases, it may put the opponent in the wall break, so follow that up however you like. I personally like doing another heavy slash, or maybe if you have tension, maybe doing the move I don't like to pronounce. One more special combo. This one requires you to hold down the dust button, which universally should just be the right bumper on your controller, or whatever button it is on keyboard. I'm not sure, find out your controls. Hold that down on an opponent and see what happens. As you saw, they got launched in the air. While they're airborne, you can do crazy combos to them, such as this one, which is a bit complicated to learn, but with some practice it shouldn't be too hard. To explain what you just saw, it's simply putting the opponent in the air by holding dust, then up heavy slash, up dust, kick, and finishing it off with a slash. If all is done correctly, you should end up with this much damage. That seems to be all the more basic combos that Mei has to offer. If you want more damaging and more advanced combos, go find a different, more advanced video that's not labeled The Idiot's Guide. I'm not really the best fighter explainer dude, so it's a bit rough trying to explain what there is to do. However, the key to mastering the Idiot's Guide to Mei is very, very simple. All you need to do is do a technique I like to call the Idiot Slash and Slide Mix-Up Tech. Sasmita for short. Here, check it out.